Hey everybody, what's going on? I just wanted to jump on here real quick because I saw Smile 2 last night, opening Friday, and I just wanted to get my thoughts down on it and kind of find out what you guys thought of it. So I'm out here on my deck in this really windy, kind of cold weather because pretty soon it's going to start getting real cold for like a half a year. So I'm just enjoying it while I can, taking the animals outside and stuff. But I just wanted to quickly jump on here and get my thoughts on it. Spoiler free, of course, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but I'll tell you first off, right off the bat, if you enjoyed the first Smile, you're going to like this movie. At least you probably will. I think the vast majority of people that enjoyed the first one are going to enjoy this one. Really, there isn't a lot of bad to say about it. I gave the first film that I saw late, by the way. I didn't see it till 2023. My bad. I didn't hear enough about it. I was just like, whoa, that was pretty cool, and it had some genuinely scary moments that were some good. Not just like a jump scare, but just stuff that was unsettling that would get the goosebumps going a little bit. And you know, for me, that's a hard thing to do. So I've always been impressed by Smile. I gave that movie an 8.5 out of 10, which is a pretty high grade for me. Most of the mainstream cool horror movies are, like for me, are in that range for a rating. Like the really good ones are 8.5, and very few get much higher than that on my scales, I find. That's something I actually want to talk about in another video, by the way, but for another time. But anyway, Smile 2, overall, guys, great movie. Great movie. And what is her name? Naomi Scott? Naomi Scott, I believe, is her name in the lead role. She is amazing in this. Like, there wasn't a moment where I wasn't totally sold on the story, and that's her. And in many, many movies nowadays, I'll get to a scene where somebody's acting and it seems a little too deliberate, like you can tell they're acting sometimes, and it takes me out of it a little. And I go, oh, you know, and I feel like a director going, can we do that again? Because we can do that better, you know? I don't know. I don't mean to be ignorant about it or anything. It's something I tend to notice, and this film, nothing. Naomi Scott is an amazing actor. Or actress, whatever. Anyway, Slice It, awesome. Like, I was blown away at how she could just get emotional and just tear up so well. It was just, it was really convincing. I thought she did just an amazing job. And when she was terrified, she really looked terrified, and just her casual talk, you know, it was just, I totally sold. I can't say enough good things about her. She was fantastic in this film. Really, really good. And I would say for the first half of this, I was feeling like it might really be better than the original Smile. That's saying a lot, because how many sequels do that? Like almost none, you know? Terrifier 2. Seriously though, it I think is every bit as good as the first one. I found I enjoyed the first half more than the second half, but I still liked the second half, you know what I mean? And this movie did not disappoint in the scares department, you guys. Like, I don't know if it's, you know, maybe it's not your cup of tea or whatever, but if you watch Smile and you found some of those scenes, you know, unsettling, like when she's in the house and on the phone, you know, and they're like, are you alone in the house? Yes, I'm alone. Are you sure you're alone? Turn around. Or, no. Look behind you. Look behind you. And I'm just like, oh my God, no. Don't look behind you. Just go, you know? But I remember the first time experiencing that scene and going, ooh, that is effective. So I always had my, you know, tip of the hat to that film. I thought it was well done, and Smile 2 is filled with a lot of that, you guys. There's a lot of scenes too where you're like, ew. I'm sure I had like a goosebump scene or two, which just doesn't happen to this guy very much. Not to say as I'm not scared of anything. I'm not saying that. There's some stuff that weirds me out, and some stuff that'll give me like the tingle where I'll go, whoa, that's kind of scary, and that's rare. So this movie did it a few times, and I was really impressed. Like, so far, for sure, hands down, the scariest movie of the year that I have seen. by far. Nothing is touching this for scariness so far, you know. But yeah, that being said, definitely one of my favorites of the year. This is going to be a tough decision, my top 10 this year. But yeah, it was really good, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. The story was different. It seemed a lot more layered too. There was just so much more going on, excuse me, than in the first film. Like the first film seemed like a fairly smooth story. This one felt really big, you know, like grand scale. It was big. But yeah, can't say enough good things about it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So a couple of really cool new movies coming out in October this year is really great news, because it's rare when one of the horror films that gets released in October is good, let alone both of them. So, you know, Terrifier 3 and Smile 2, both awesome in my opinion, really cool. But if you want like a movie that'll actually give you some chills and be a little bit scary, probably for most of you, not necessarily everybody, I'm not saying, but I would see Smile 2 if that's what you're after. You know, if you just want a really crazy time and are ready to, you know, party and just watch an absolute gore fest, I mean, by all means, go see Terrifier 3. It's plenty entertaining. Good show. So those are my thoughts on Smile 2, you guys. Like, what did you guys think of it? Did you see it? You know, what'd you think? If you didn't see it, are you going to see it? You know, let me know. Did you not like the first one? You know, I really was surprised by that first one. Like I said, guys, I never saw it the year it came out. It was just one of the ones I didn't get around to watching. And I think I watched it the January following, like January 2023 or something. And I remember just having instant regret going, oh, that one's really good. That would have finished high. I'd have to go over my list again. I don't think for sure it would have been number one. I think it was Terrifier 2 that year, The Black Phone. It was right in there though. And it was definitely scarier than the other two. So as for scariest film of the year, it would have went to Smile that year for me, I think, in 2022. But like I said, I didn't see it till 2023, and this year I wanted to make sure I didn't make that mistake with the sequel. So I was there opening night, and I was not disappointed. Very cool movie, guys, and in my opinion, kind of a scary one. So worth seeing. Check it out.